Well, hello FSG, how are you today?
Howdy, Args. How are you?
I'm doing alright, I thought I'd become a bit more respectable today. I got a little bit of a stick for my outfit last time, so I'm going for the straight and narrow farmer.
Nice, you look a lot more presentable. You look a bit like my dad, actually.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to go put my feet up and you can go and do all the work.
Yeah, something like that. That sounds about right.
Yeah, good. Right, what's the plan for today?
We have got a bit of a seeding and cultivating marathon on our hands, I think. We've got a window to get canola and wheat in the ground, so we should take advantage of it while we can.
Yeah, we're going to try and plant pretty much every field we've got, see how far we can get with those.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to need a lot of seed, and I think I might jump in and start on the cultivating on this field here, and then you can follow up with a seeder.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll jump in the tractor and run down and pick up some seed bags and meet you back here soon.
Sounds good, mate.
Alright, let's crack into it.
Right, see you in a bit.
Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to No Man's Land. As we have just said, we are going to get into a whole lot of planting today, or seeding, as the case may be. We've got 1, 2, 3 fields down here and 4 fields back there at the yard, which are in different states of preparedness and ready to get planted or needing some cultivating before they can be planted. So the plan is to try and hit those all as hard as we can and get them all planted. So I'm on my way down to pick up some seed. FarmSim Guy is going to start off with some cultivating. We'll get back, might throw the plough on. I think the 2 potato fields both need ploughing, and once they're done and once those 2 fields by the yard are cultivated, we will be all good to get into some planting. Obviously canola, wheat and I think barley are our 3 options to plant at this time of the year going into winter, so hopefully we can get all that done. We'll see how far we can get through it all and get some crops in the ground. But I'm going to carry on. We're going to go down and pick up some bags of seed and we will see you very soon. So just down here we've got 4 of these 2,000 litre bags of seeds, so we've got 8,000 litres total. Let's see if I can get 2 picked up at once, or if we're quite going to be able to. Got the forks through there on the left hand side. Not going to be able to pick up the right hand one. Let's have one more go. One more go to see if we can get it. There we go. Look at that. A little bit of patience and we're all good. So we'll get these put onto the back of the trailer. Should have brought a weight down with us as well, but gently does it. Let's see if we can drop that down. So we'll get these onto the trailer and we will head on back down to the farm. In fact, I see we've still got that pallet of additive there for the silage as well. We haven't made silage for a wee while, but I might as well, while we were here and have the forks, I might try and put that on the back as well and bring it back. In fact, I could put that on the forks and take it back down there just so it's not hanging around here at the store. So, we got 2 on, I'll get these other 2 hooked up and loaded on as well, and we'll see you back down at the yard in a minute or 2. Args at FSG.
Go ahead, Args.
Do we need more fertiliser? How much is in the shed?
No, there was very little. So
okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. Same deal with the fertiliser. It's going to be an expensive trip for you.
Yeah, not too bad. I've got 8,000 litres of seed, so I've probably overdone it, but we'll grab some fur while we're here.
Cool, mate.
See you soon. I was just thinking we actually don't have any fertiliser down at the yard, so we better grab some of that and bring it back. So we're going to have to rearrange these bags and get that all sorted out. But there we go. Better to do it now in one trip than have to try and come back down again. Try and do this as efficiently as possible. Alright, so we've got 4,000 litres of fertiliser, 8,000 litres of seed. I've probably gone a little bit over the top with the seed, but better to have too much than not enough. And we've got the silage additive there on the front. So let's get back down to the yard, get started on making some, getting some fields ready for planting and make a start on some planting as well. So we'll catch you down there. It looks like FSG has made a great start on that field. That's a bigger cultivator we've got. The Pleasant View Farms 20-foot wide cultivator is making a short work of these. It is definitely doing very well. And looks like FarmSim Guy's gone and brought us a fuel tank. I know he was complaining about running out of diesel, and at the moment we were having to run back and forth all the time. So that's very nice. Nice little spot for it too here, right on the way in and out of the farm. Should never forget to fill up. Right, well I think we might just leave this trailer here because it's quite conveniently located centrally in the yard. Go and get this additive dropped off into the shed somewhere. Then we'll go and find one of the subsoilers, go and make a start on getting the potato fields prepped, because they do need some more deeper tillage rather than just the light cultivation that FSG is doing. So find a spot for this and we'll go and get that started. Alright, so I've got the subsoiler here all hooked up. Now this field on the right is all ready to start planting. It does have a, it is cultivated, it is ready to go, it just has a lot of weeds in it. So I'm hoping we can just plant straight into that as it is. We're not going to run into any issues with the weeds. They may come back, we may have to deal with them then. But for now, we're just going to leave that field and plant directly into that. But as for the spud field here, I need to get in and get this turned over, and hopefully it's actually going to check that this is going to remove the ploughing state. Let's just have a double check there, because I don't want to do this if it's not going to work. And there we go, just zoomed in here, you can see we have needs rolling, but we've lost the plough state on it. So that is going to work just perfectly. So I'm going to carry on there. Now the other thing I hadn't thought about, you can see them popping up there, is we are going to have some stones. Whether we pick them or not, whether we just leave them and roll them in, I'm not quite sure. But for now, we're going to concentrate on getting these fields all ready for some planting. So let's just jump into a little bit of a time lapse and we'll catch up with you again very soon. Alright, well this has not taken us very long to get this field done at all, which is great. In fact, looking over there, FSG is still going in those two fields. He actually, very cleverly, was going across the verge between the two, the margin, and actually doing both fields at once. So very, very clever. So we'll carry on here, and then we'll head down to the other field. Alright, so we're down here at the other spud field. Now, I'm just going to rip into this and get it done. This one isn't quite as exciting in terms of shape, it is just long and skinny. So we'll just get this lowered down here. Now, I do recall, obviously last week when we were harvesting, we couldn't quite harvest along this left edge. I think when we'd created the fields the first time around, if we spin around, you can see it's just a little bit wider than the other ones. So I might actually go along, even once we've ploughed this, and just landscape a little bit of the edge, just to get it back to grass, so we don't plant it and run into the same issues. Although, with a combine header, it's probably not quite so bad. So we'll just carry on here and get this all done. And we've ended up with just this single little row here after setting the GPS up on the other side. This is what we had left, but that's alright, we'll get this a little bit finished off. Now FSG, I believe it's all finished over there too, so he'll probably be pulling planters out of the shed, getting them all filled up and ready to start planting. So that was very well timed to be all finished at the same time. So we'll get over there, we'll figure out what crops going into what field, and we'll make a start on getting some crops in the ground. Alright, there goes FSG, he must have seed and fertilizer in his drill, so ours is completely empty, so it looks like we might have to try and back in to those couple of bags there. It'd be good to get them out of the shed. So we'll try and negotiate our way in there, get the planter topped up, or the seeder topped up, and then we'll go and have a chat about what we're going to do where.
Ready to roll, mate?
I'm all loaded and ready to go. What's the plan? Do you want to put wheat in all the fields over here and maybe canola in the ones on the other plot?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, doesn't it?
Yeah, why not? Let's just go big.
Sounds good. Alright, let's shall we head over to the trees and start there and work our way back?
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, I'll follow you over that way.
No worries.
Alright, looks like FSG's set up in here. He's probably just getting his GPS course all configured. Needs to be in a bit of a hurry. Won't want to get in his way. Not when he's in a mood like he is today. It's all action. Get the work done. Get it done quickly. There we go. He is off and planting. Very nice. Alright, we'll let him carry on in there. I might jump into this little field here on the other side, and we'll make a start in here. Get that turned on, lowered down, and we're going to plan. Looks like we're using our seed, using our fertilizer, which is always a good start. Now I do know that we get a slightly different texture here because we're in this sort of some sort of texture when we've got the stubble and everything like that, but you can see there's a bit of a difference. It is darker.
FS22 Args.
Go ahead.
That is a GPS course setup, appropriately called seeding big field.
Okay, I might steal that. I'm going to start in the other field. You're putting canola in?
Damn it.
That's right, carry on. Put canola in that one. I'll do wheat in this one and we'll mix it up.
So busy focusing on setting up my my GPS course that I forgot to check my seed.
It was funny because I was just in the map looking at it and thinking, that doesn't look the same colour as what I'm doing. Did I get it wrong or did you get it wrong?
No, I'll take that one.
Good thing I did start in a different field, then we don't have a crossover of crops.
Yeah.
Alright, well there we go. FSG started planting canola. Not to worry, we'll carry on here with the wheat and we can have any crop, it doesn't matter. Right, let's keep moving and get this all planted.
I may have forgotten to lift my seeder there as I turned around as well. Oh dear.
Oh, can I plant over it? I can't, can I?
I think you can.
I'll have to come and try. Yeah, no, it hasn't changed. It's still canola green.
Right, I'll come and fix that.
Argsy FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
Care to elaborate why you're cultivating the field I've just started planting?
I'm fixing the bit with the canola in.
How did it get canola in it?
Are you really going to call me out? I'm doing a nice thing by fixing it for you.
Come on, you left me rolling a tractor in the front of your last video from an episode previous. I think you seeding the wrong field was an accident as well.
All right, fair play. I'll take that one on the chin for sure.
Appreciate you coming and fixing that for me. Alright, FSG's taking care of his little faux part, so we can carry on now with getting some crops planted. Wheat in this field, canola's going in here next to us, which will be good. Doesn't matter what it is. But for now, let's carry on with a little bit of a montage of the planting. We're just going to crack into getting as many of these fields done as we can. We'll see how we go. We've probably got another hour or so of time left between the two of us to keep working. So, let's see how much of this we can get planted. We'll catch up with you again soon.
After a few hiccups at the start, that went quite well.
Yeah, we made short work of those couple of fields. Now, have you got wheat in your seeder?
I will double check before I start next time.
Alright, so we're going to do these two fields here with wheat.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Alright, let's carry on.
Roger.
No, Argsy, but close.
That's my third mistake. There you go, I'll take that one.
Alright, so we've got our wheat back in our planter. We're going to spin around and run a headland off this field and make a start on planting in here. Now we should, I wonder if we can use the same GPS. I might just suggest that to FSG, that we'll just carry on running with the same GPS, and there's no point changing it. If it overlaps a little bit on the edge, that'll be easier. Argsy at FSG.
Go ahead, mate.
I'm going to carry on using that same GPS course, and if we have to tidy up around the edges, we'll do that, but it might be easier.
Alright, sounds good. I'll follow you around and then we'll do the up and downs.
Sounds good. Alright, so we're working our way around the field. There's a few rocks in here. They are small ones, so I'm intrigued if we roll these fields afterwards, whether we're going to get rid of them or not. I'm still have not got my head around how stones work in FS22 properly yet. We'll find out though. It's always learning, always learning. So let's carry on. We've got the GPS course still set up from the other field, but if we get around the headlands a couple of times, then when we start some up and down rows, we'll know whether we're in the right spot or not, and we can tidy up against the edges rather than having a skinny little row here against the edge if we were to use the GPS now. But we can't be too far off. I think it should be pretty close. So carry on and get this field all done, and then what have we got left? 3 fields down there over on the other block to do, and I think I'm going to put canola into all of those. So let's keep going. Alright, well that's those 2 fields done. We are chewing through the land. We've got a few rocks in here. I'm hoping, because this does need rolling, I'm hoping we can get out with the roller, and these are small enough that it'll push these back under the ground, and we won't have to worry about them. Obviously we could have gone and collected them and put them into the lime crusher, or the rock crusher, made some lime, but it's quite time consuming, so we wanted to avoid doing that this time around, and just carry on with getting things planted. So FSG's just got a couple of passes left down there to finish off the wheat. So I think we will head on over to the other field, and we'll start getting some canola planted over there, and that will take us through to just about the end of the episode. I reckon we're going to get all of these fields planted till the end of the day, which will be fantastic. Sorry, my Morse code's a bit rusty.
That's alright. You're flying through these fields.
Oh, so I was just saying that, so I reckon it'll be a good shot to get those other 2 planted. I reckon if we just do the 2 either side of, well, field either side of the track, leave the potato one for something else.
Okay, no, that sounds good. Yeah, let's get the 2 sorghum fields planted with wheat? No,
Canola.
Right.
Canola.
Excellent.
Alright, see you over there.
I'll see you down there, yep.
Alright, so we have canola in the back of our seeder. FSG's going to do the field over there. I'm going to do this. We're going to have a race, see who can be done first. So, I'm not going to wait for him. Don't know if he's ready or not, but I'm going to get going. Get started, get planted, get some canola in the ground. There we go. going to set up a GPS course while we run along this edge and just start getting things done. Again, been lots of montage and time-lapse in this, but it's just what happens when we get on a bit of a roll, getting things done, and it's not too much variance between the tasks, but certainly all very important parts to keeping a farm up and running. So, let's carry on in here, just quietly. My money's on me to get this finished first. We'll see though. So we finished our first headland FSG. You can see over there in the distance he's running along about the same pace we are, and in about the same place, starting his second pass. So this could be a bit closer than I thought it might have been. I still do think our field's a little bit smaller, so it does give us a little bit of an advantage, but time will tell. Let's see. We'll keep the updates coming and see how tense this gets as we get closer to the end.
It's like a beautiful waltz.
I was more trying to do a bit of blocking.
Alright, I see.
Well, you said it was a race. But a beautiful waltz, I can go with that. The last pass in the canola here for me. FSG's got 4 or 5 passes left, not too far behind at all, which is good. This has gone very, very smoothly, very efficiently, and it is good to get all this ground planted. That is what, 6 fields we've planted today, 3 canola and 3 wheat, so we are going to be very, very well set up for next time. Now, we have hardly chewed through much seed and fertiliser, so I certainly did overbuy with that, but that can sit in the shed and we'll be able to use it another time. There we go, we are all done. Now we'll shoot down there and see if we can pick up a GPS course or somehow help FSG get that last little piece finished off. And here he comes. In fact, that one pass will be a good one for me to run down because I won't be able to screw up any GPS alignment or anything like that. So let him get out of the way. We'll come down and finish that off and leave just a couple of passes left to do. There we go, that just wraps things up beautifully there. Another field of canola done and dusted. So we'll get things picked up, tidied up, and head on back up to the yard, have a chat to FSG, and wrap things up for the day. Well, we'll get this all cleaned off and put back in the shed. We are, well, I suppose we'll be needing them again soon once we get those few soybeans harvested and that other potato field over there we can plant. I was considering suggesting we put some oilseed radish in there over winter. Get that in there as a bit of a cover crop, as I don't think we're going to get anything else planted, and that'll give us a chance come spring next year to get something else put in those fields. There we go, that is pretty clean. Needs a bit of a repaint though. It's pretty well worn around the edges. Must have driven through a few too many tree branches or something like that. So let's see if we can get this backed in here and put away, and then we might, while we wait for FSG to get back over here, we might take those few pallets off, all those bags off the back of the trailer, get them put in the shed as well. Alright, we've got the front 2 bags off. We'll get these 2 go and put them in the shed. Lucky we didn't tear it there on the back of the trailer. Should have put the weight on the back. It's a little bit treacherous, a little bit dicey, but not too bad. It actually chewed through quite a bit of that in the end. Now if we just put these in here, hopefully they don't get confused with the wheat and other crops we've got in here. We should remember that here rather than the bags we want to sell. There we go, get that taken off and we can go. Make sure we don't tip that one over. There we go. Go and get that trailer moved out of the way as well.
Just going to point this out, but I appear to have a cleaner tractor than you.
I've already cleaned mine once today as well.
There you go. Saying nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I obviously do more work than you do.
Thanks, mate. That was a fun episode.
It was, man. I'd love to know how much we've planted. Well, I do know 6 fields, but it was a bit of area we've covered.
It really was, and yeah, fast paced as well. It was good.
We've gone on a holiday again, I suppose. Things are going to be this quick.
I know, right? Well, that's our setup for next year. Nothing to do.
No, well, soybeans to harvest. Best not forget those.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And those cows and sheep don't take care of themselves yet.
Yeah. I would expect a bit more from them by now.
I talk to them most nights, but they haven't come around to my way of thinking yet.
Typical teenagers.
That's it. Very good. All right, mate. Well, pleasure as always. Look forward to next week.
Yes, indeed. Have a good week, mate.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
Cheers.
See ya. There's not that much dirt on my tractor. There's a little bit in there. He's clutching at straws. He really is. But nice to see, isn't it? He went and cleaned his tractor. So that was another great episode here on No Man's Land. we are, as FSG said, all set up for next spring, next summer, with not a lot of work to do. I haven't suggested it yet, but we've got $100,000 in the account. We've got potatoes to sell, we've got wheat. We might look at some more land. We'll see. FSG is going to watch this video and he's going to comment on it. He's going to say, yep, no, don't do it, yes, do it, let's not do it. We'll see. Anyhow, he's lurking over there in the corner looking at me strange. I think he knows something's up. I'm plotting. So, on that note, thank you all very much for watching from FSG and myself. Hope you have enjoyed that, and we will catch you in the next one.